my toxic trait is now that I'm back on birth control, now that I've started taking Vyvanse because I struggle with binge eating, I was against medication and doctors and all of this for a while. Long story short, I had gut health issues. I went to the traditional gastro, did rounds of antibiotics. It didn't work. I got kind of fed up. I went more functional, spent thousands and thousands of dollars. I have nothing left, only to find out that I actually don't know if I believe what my practitioners were telling me, to be honest, because when you're in this space of trying to heal, you are fed a lot of information. I don't know what is bullshit and what is not. That is my little spiel. Lost my train of thought, but now that I've given you my little backstory, my toxic trait, now that I'm back on medication after being against medication, and now I'm opening my mind because you know what, it's actually really helping me. My toxic trait is that I went from being, I would say, not cautious of medication, not cautious of the products, the food I was eating. Granted, it probably contributed to why my health is a little suspicious now. And then I went and tried to be completely non-toxic, buying special products, like top-notch food, you name it, and I'm also very obsessive. So you can see where I was obsessive prior to even having, like, being aware of these things. So you can see where this could get a little questionable. So my toxic trait, now that I'm back on medication, my brain's like, well, if you're back on medication, you might as well just like swap back your non-toxic shampoo that you worked for months to figure out one that even worked for your hair, because fun fact, non-toxic shampoo and conditioners are not moisturizing. They didn't clean my hair, or it was too squeaky clean. I spent months trying to find products that were non-toxic that I actually liked, and I have found a bunch of them. But I'm like, well, now that you're taking medication that you kind of like were against, what if you just like go back and buy the cheaper options? Like, instead of buying your slightly more expensive shampoo and conditioner, why don't you just go back and buy the Suave? Why don't you just, instead of buying this toothpaste, why don't you just go buy Colgate? Because some of the things are cheaper when you buy mainstream brands. I totally get it. And I'm like, well, we shouldn't do that. But my brain tells me if you can't be perfect, you should just everything. Like, you should just kind of revert back. You know what I mean? I don't know.